Well, the news on Guam hit hard this week with, I think, 516 new cases of COVID-19. It's more than likely the Omicron variety, which some doctors here on the island are suggesting. But nonetheless, the high caseload is tripled compared to what it was last week. And compared to the last week of December when we only had 30 cases island-wide, people are kind of in the panic mode. They're wearing masks everywhere, outdoors, in their car, at the beach, walking, at the gym. So a lot of people have gone into hibernation. They're hiding. And when that happens, there's only one thing to do, and that's to head to the beach. One good thing about all these cases, the governor has not changed any of the restrictions that are currently in place, and the hospitalization rate has not gone up. So, both good things. Well, we're here at the beach, and I know what some of you might be thinking. Oh no, not another beach episode. In all actuality, we had this outing planned for a while, and we took advantage of the weather and the good surf conditions to do some paddleboarding. So Terry went and set up camp while I blew up the paddleboard, and we waited for the beach cleaner guy to finish doing his thing. And we was hoping to see some torpedo boats in the water today because the water conditions were so smooth, but all the torpedo boats were on their stands and none of them were in use, except for this one guy who you seen standing there. He obviously thought today was a good day to do it, so he did his thing while I put my drone in the air and I kind of did my thing while Terry was getting ready to get on the paddleboard. One thing I worked up this week was I got me a mount for the paddleboard so I can mount my GoPro camera so we can take some action photos of paddleboarding. Oh, and make sure you stay tuned because you're going to catch me on a paddleboard, which is a rare event, and for me it's usually a big thing.
That's what she said.
If you've never paddleboarded before, it looks a whole lot easier than it really is. But for somebody like my wife, who's only about 5'2", she's got a very low center of gravity, so it's much easier for her to balance on the board. Me, myself, I'm 5'11", I weigh way too much, so all my weight's up top, so my center of gravity is not conducive to me doing a balancing act on a narrow piece of board in the water. She sure makes it look easy. And while she was out doing her thing, I took to the waters with my snorkel mask and fins and swam around a bit in the sandy shallows where she does her boarding at. There's not much to see there, but there are some fish, and every once in a while sneak up on a puffer fish, or like you see here. And then there's the ever-present triggerfish, who is real territorial, and they can be a little intimidating at times, like get the hell out of my area. But they're just fun to watch. Today would have actually been a perfect day to swim out toward the reef's edge because there was hardly any breakers, which makes it easier to get across the reef and check out the reef's edge and the deeper waters. But that wasn't in my plans today because I had lunch waiting for me on the beach. Beach food. There's Terry and the ocean. Not good. This is not good. Get that. This is better. Like I mentioned before, me and my high center of gravity and paddleboarding don't get along.
Wow, that is really hard.
That's what she said.
About 10 minutes worth of paddling for me was just enough, and I was ready to head back to the beach and hang out in the tropic shade. In the water and in the tropic shade. Can't beat that.
Fucking coconut crab.
Oh, this is slippery here. Coconut crabs? We might see us some coconut crabs today.
You might.
There's the well right there and the stairs going down in. A friend and I made a short visit to an underground aquifer on the northern part of the island. Two of these late 1940s water facilities are abandoned. Apparently overpumping introduced some salty water into the system, which caused corrosion, leading to the abandonment of much of the early water system. All right, we're going down, 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 down into there. It's just a big old hole in the ground.
You see the water, it's right there.
It's pretty cool down here. Just like one big underground cave system.
Pretty amazing piece of engineering. You know, it was done in the 1940s.
My question is, how'd they get these pumps down here? Probably by crane?
Yeah, lower them in before they capped it.
One big banyan tree. Look at them roots.
Yeah. And there's a plaque in here. Basically says.
That water is crystal clear, isn't it?
Pretty wild, man. I mean, to be this close to the ocean, and this was a freshwater source.
Well, all this comes from up there. It has to. I mean, where else would it come from? Right?
Look at that crevice there where it goes.
What is it?
Where it goes under, see it? In the wall back there?
Oh, a hole?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so there probably could be another cavern back in there, huh? You never know.
Wild.
Only way you know is get in there with a snorkel and...
Guess that's a fucking banyan tree up there. I bet you find some coconut crabs down here in the evening or early in the morning.
Yeah, evening is the best time to catch them. It's really an impressive piece of engineering in a memorable and natural setting. I only wish I could have gone for a swim.